Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're first time here, welcome to the channel of Bless Your Body. And today we have a slow stretch to really open up our body, to send it some love. So come on, grab a mat, get into a comfortable place, and let's get started. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and come onto our mat. We are going to move into a wide-legged child's pose. So taking your knees, pointing them out towards the sides of the mat, untucking your toes in the back, and just sitting, sit bones to the heels, and melting down to the ground. Forehead down to the mat. Relaxing here, and throughout this practice today, we're going to be intentional with each of the stretches pose that we do. And we're going to do each pose for 3 deep inhales and exhales to really go deep into it. So let's begin. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale again, and exhale, inhale, exhale, melting down into the pose a little more. Let's walk our hands as far forward as they'll go. Relaxing here. Feeling the hips open up as we stretch out. Just continuing to breathe as this is our first pose. On your next inhale, let's move up into a table position. Finding the strong table, maybe shifting your knees and your toes in together a little bit more, because we're going to take that right leg, extend it out towards the side, keeping that straight. We're going to sit back into a child's pose again, but we're extending that right leg out to get a nice stretch in that leg here. Again, so we're going to do those deep inhales and exhales for 3. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Fall deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, come up into table pose. You can take that right leg, bring it back into center. And we're going to take the left leg, extend it out towards the side like we just did with our right leg, and sit back into child's pose. Feeling the stretch here, getting comfortable for whatever it is for you today. And we're going to start with those 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Maybe walk your hands a little bit forward. Inhale and exhale. Fall deeper into the pose and melt into the ground. On your next inhale, let's come up into table pose. So bringing that left leg in. Maybe walk back towards the back of your mat a bit, because we're going to shift over and just go all the way down to the ground. And from here, just find little Sphinx arms and push up. Do a Cobra, baby Cobra here. Finding whatever the stretch is to you. You can either be here if this is comfortable for you, or you want to really get a stretch in your back. You can extend it up into this position, whatever is best for you today. And we're going to do those 3 inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just feeling this pose here as we're moving slowly through the body. On your next inhale, let's push back to a table. Hair's stuck in my necklace. So from here, we're in table. It's kind of creating a strong table, so maybe bringing your knees out a bit, keeping your toes untucked, because we're going to take our right hand, send it up towards the sky, and we're going to thread it underneath our body. We're going to be laying on our right shoulder. Look over at the right fingers, getting this nice side stretch in the shoulder and in the upper body. And we're going to begin with our deep inhales and exhales here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really melt into the pose. Let's walk our fingers towards the top of the mat a little more. On your next inhale, let's slowly come up, extending our right hand back up towards the sky. And let's bring it to center. And the next arm, we're going to take our left arm, extend it up towards the sky. And we're going to thread it through, bringing it underneath our body, laying over onto the left shoulder. Right fingers are towards the top of the mat. Left fingers are off towards the side. And let's begin with our deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Falling deeper into the pose. Inhale and exhale. Just stay here for a moment, feeling the stretch. On your next inhale, let's slowly rise, bring the left hand back up towards the sky. And coming back to center. Now from here, let's push back into a downward dog. So tucking the toes in the back and bringing your hips up towards the sky. Just walker dog here for a moment, stretching out the back of the legs. And while we're doing this, let's do our 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. So from here, let's take our left leg and bring it up towards the sky. Just point it tall. We're actually going to bring it all the way through into pigeon pose. And shine your heart forward. Get situated here to whatever this pose is for you. Now you can stay here for 3 breaths, or if you want to increase the stretch a little bit, you can take the right hand, put it on your knee, and take the left and put it on the back leg. So whichever variation you're going to do, let's inhale and exhale for 3. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. do one more. Inhale and exhale. You can release the twist or just stay where you're at. We're actually just gonna melt all the way down to the ground. So you can create a little pillow with your hands by stacking them. And just lay your head flat here. Feeling the stretch, feeling where you feel a stretch. Could be your legs, your hips. Let's do our 3 deep inhales and exhales here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Staying here for a moment. On your next inhale, let's slowly rise, pushing the chest up, bringing that heart up. Let's bring our hands, plant them onto the ground, tuck the toes in the back. Let's push back into a downward dog here. Maybe walk up dog a bit. And let's do 3 deep inhales and exhales here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. Let's take our right leg, bring it up towards the sky. Let's bring it all the way through to pigeon pose. Untucking the toes in the back, let's shine the heart forward. Now you, like before, you can either stay here, or if you want to increase the stretch, you can take the left hand, put it on the front leg, take the right, and place it back onto the left leg, finding the stretch here. So now let's go ahead and do our 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Slowly release the twist if you twisted. Shine the heart forward, and let's melt all the way down to the ground, creating a pillow with your hands. And melting down into this pigeon pose here. Let's do our 3 deep inhales and exhales here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's just feel this pose here. Feeling the stretch that's created. On your next inhale, let's rise. Shine that heart forward. Creating strong hands here, planted on the ground. Tuck your left toes in the back. Let's push back into a downward dog. Let's walk the dog again. Now from here, we're going to slowly walk our feet all the way to our hands for a standing forward fold. So slowly take baby steps guys. We're not rushing here. Doing a nice, slow, intentional practice today. So walking your hands, walking your feet towards your hands. Once you're in a forward fold position that's here, you can find a micro knee bend. So let's just melt to the ground. I invite you to grab your elbows and let's just hang. From here, let's do 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more, let's inhale and exhale. Just stay here for a moment. Slowly release and bring your hands to the ground. Let's heel toe our feet out towards the sides of the mat. And from here, we're going to shift into a yogi squat. So dropping our hips to the ground, shining our heart forward. You can use your elbows to push open your hips. So finding this position here, finding the stretch. Maybe bring your hands to heart center. You can really engage this here. Try to create the alignment of your spine from the top of your head, your lower spine. And from here, like we've been doing throughout this practice, let's do 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release the hands. Let's drop our hips to the ground. Releasing the legs, let's bring them forward, just into a seated forward fold. So from here, let's go ahead and extend our arms up towards the sky. Stretch, 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 and we're gonna hinge forward, pointing the toes, trying to bring as far forward as you can. If you wanna have a micro knee in your bend, that's okay as well. And wherever you're at in your practice, you could be here, you could be here, you could be here, but I don't want you guys to be like this, trying to get as far forward as you can. I want you to try and keep your spine straight and long, sit with integrity, and then just slowly bring it forward. Melting down into the pose wherever you are today. So let's go ahead and begin with our deep inhales and exhales. We'll inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's melt a little bit more down into the pose. Feeling the stretch here. On your next inhale, let's slowly release and come back up into seated. Sitting with integrity, elongating the spine, working on our posture here as well. So from here, we're going to take our left leg, bend it up. We're going to take the foot, bring it to the opposite side of the right leg. So kind of creating this twist over the right leg. We're going to hug our leg in. We're actually going to twist over to the left side. Our left hand is pointing towards the back of the mat. You can shift your gaze kind of towards your left shoulder. Creating this twist here, hugging in the left leg with your right arm. And let's do our inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Really twist into the pose, feeling it in your hip, in your leg, maybe in your shoulder. Release. Coming back to center, you can bring that leg forward. We're going to take the right leg, bring it up, twist it over the left leg, bring your foot over to the left side. And we're going to go ahead, hug the right leg with your left arm and twist over, looking at the right shoulder. I invite you to just finding this twist here. Elongating your spine, sitting with integrity. Let's go ahead and begin our breath. So inhale and exhale. inhale and exhale. Maybe twisting a little bit more into the pose. Inhale and exhale. Hang here for a moment. On your next inhale, let's just come back to center, releasing that leg to the ground. I invite you to lay down onto your mat, laying flat. So here we have some variations of what we can do depending on where you are at in your practice. So I invite you to either take your heels like this. You can raise your hips up to the sky, kind of creating this little bridge here. So you can either do this, or you can invite your hips up towards the sky like this and actually drop your hips by your ears. So 2 options of what you can do. I am going to stay like this and we're going to do our breath. So find the pose that's right for you today and let's begin. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, you can slowly come out of whatever pose you are in right now. Melting down. Release the legs flat, just to neutralize the spine here for a moment from whatever pose we were in. Let's just take 3 deep inhales and exhales here, laying flat in a resting pose. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more, let's inhale and exhale. Nice job. Moving into the last stretches of the practice, let's take the right leg, hug it in towards your stomach. I love this pose. We're going to take the leg, drop it over to the left side, creating this twist. And bending the right hand out, looking over at the right fingers, feeling this twist here. And let's begin with our breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, you can slowly roll back to center. Slowly and carefully, let's drop the right leg down. Shift our hips back to a neutral position. Let's take the left leg and hug it in towards the stomach. We're going to twist it over to the right side, looking over at the left fingers. Let's begin with our deep inhales and exhales. So inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the stretch. Slowly and carefully roll back to center, laying flat on the mat. Neutralizing the spine here. Feeling that light, slow stretch that we did with the intentional breathing and breaths of 3. So the asana section of our practice is finished. So I invite you to join me in this little breath work that we're going to do next. Now you can either stay laying down or you can meet me in seated position. So if you're going to come up to seated, let's roll over to our right side. Push up into a seated position. So whatever you want to sit, you can sit in hero's pose or you can come to a cross-legged pose as well. Whatever you feel best to do. We're just going to do a few rounds of, let's do 3 rounds of box breathing from 3, 3, 3, and 3. So lots of 3s today. That's what I felt called to. So finding a comfortable seat. Maybe you can place your hands down for grounding or place them up for accepting of new things and whatever's going on. Or you can also invite a mudra to your hands. So finding the seat, we're going to do 3 rounds of box breathing. So let's just do a few normal breaths here. So just normal inhale and exhale. So let's begin. Let's inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. And hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Let's hold. 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more round. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3. Let's hold the breath for 1, 2, 3. Let's exhale for 1, 2, 3. And let's hold for the last time for 1, 2, 3. Returning to your normal breath, relaxing in your body for everything that we created today. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself and showing your body some love by this slow stretch practice today. Thank you so much. Namaste. The world is always better after yoga.